In a time when rivers carried mysteries and spirits walked among men, there was a village that owed its life to the great flowing waters. The people fetched their food, their wealth, and even their stories from the river. Yet they often forgot that every blessing has a guardian. This is the tale of how one humble fisherman crossed paths with the goddess of the river, and how his choice brought both fortune and sorrow to his home. Listen closely, for the river speaks a lesson that still flows through time. In that village lived a poor fisherman named Obinna. Every day he cast his net into the wide shimmering river, praying for enough fish to feed his wife and children. But no matter how hard he tried, his basket was always nearly empty, and hunger never left his home. One evening, after hours of fruitless fishing, Obinna sat on the river bank with tears in his eyes. He raised his voice to the heavens, begging for help. The villagers mocked him, calling him cursed, but deep inside he believed the river was listening. As the moon climbed high, the water began to ripple strangely. From its depths emerged a woman more radiant than the stars. Her skin glowed like polished bronze. Her hair flowed like silver water, and she was dressed in a white gown that shimmered with blue waves. She was Mili, the goddess of the river. She told Obinna she had watched him for years and was moved by his honesty and hard work. She promised to reward him, but only if he would obey her words and never betray her trust. Trembling, Obinna agreed. The goddess dipped her hands into the water and lifted out a golden fishing net that sparkled under the moonlight. With this, she said, your net will never be empty. But remember, greed destroys blessings. Share with your people and you will prosper forever. Obinna thanked her with tears of joy. He cast the golden net into the water, and when he pulled, the river overflowed with the largest fish he had ever seen. That night, for the first time in months, his family ate well, and the whole village marveled at his fortune. At first, Obinna kept his promise. He shared his cash generously, and the villagers blessed his name. His brown shirt and torn trousers no longer looked like rags, and his home grew warm and lively. But in time, envy crept into his heart. He thought, why should I give so much when I can store riches for myself? Soon he began hiding baskets of fish, selling them secretly to traders from different lands. The man, once praised for generosity, was now whispered above in shadows. One stormy night, Obinna returned to the river with his golden net, hungry for more. As he cast it into the raging water, thunder cracked and the river roared like a beast. From the waves rose Mili again, her face dark with anger, her silver hair swirling wildly. You have broken your promise, she thundered. Greed has blinded your soul. Before he could beg for mercy, she struck the golden net from his hand, and it sank to the depths forever. The river grew still, leaving him empty-handed. Humbled and broken, Obinna went back to his old wooden net. His catch was small, but he shared it once more with the villagers. Slowly, their hearts softened. and his family found peace in simple living. He had learned that true wealth was not in riches but in kindness. As he grew old, Obinna often sat by the river, telling young fishermen the lesson he had learned. The river gives to the humble but takes from the greedy. When he passed away, the villagers swore the river shimmered brighter than night, as though the goddess herself honored him. And so the fisherman's journey ended, not with treasure piled high, but with wisdom that shines brighter than gold. He learned that blessing grows when shared, but greed turns even sweet water bitter. His tale became a guiding light for generations. Even now, when the sun sets in the river glimmers under the moon. Villagers whisper that the goodness of the goddess still stirs in the wave. Her voice echoes in the flowing tide. The river gives to the humble, but takes from the greedy.